This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Let's talk just for a minute about UConn. Great pickup on the defensive front. Three-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Uncorks one. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Finds the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. UConn will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Hood. It's complete. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy.
He lofts one down the sideline. Hits him inside the 20, still going.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Slams it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to throw on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. UConn will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Scanning the field, it's good. He unleashes a long one. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quarterback making adjustments. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Send the tight end in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Good timing on the quick out. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. UConn will have to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to throw. It's good. hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. The quarterback adjusting the pattern. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it here.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Unloads to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Morrison. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker, it's Morrison. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Morrison. Oh, out of space. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this 1st quarter.
He'll bring it out. And he bumps it up inside the 20. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the 1st quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
UConn will have to punt it away. Here they come. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to get penetration right away on these punt blocks. They get penetration, get in the backfield, get right in the punter's lap, get their hands on it, and then guess what? Now it's a live football. They scoop it up. They take it all the way back to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Here's a heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
UConn will have to punt it away. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
To the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Coffee. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's the handoff. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but They're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
That makes the score LSU 35, UConn 3.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Hood. Looking to take a shot. Reels it in down the left side. Hits the crease. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
He wants to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Touchdown LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Air Force. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Guys, for just a second, let's talk about UConn. It can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll leave it with the lone back. Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. It's picked off. That's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the touchdown Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rides the back on the option to give. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. UConn will have to punt it away. And don't forget, I'm sure he hasn't. He had one blocked earlier. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Hood. Looking to scramble. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. UConn will have to punt it away. So don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Showing the arm strength to the left. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Hood. He'll take another shot here. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. To the air on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
28. Second down coming up.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning it on. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Looking to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Garza. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This UConn offense really has it going. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now. The defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way. And that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Hood. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
And we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. And a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Touchdown, Tigers! Fit it in the window for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Really good defense. You're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. UConn will have to punt it away. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, you just couldn't find a much better way to start the drive. First and goal from the 3. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Making side adjustments here. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. It's Hood. Looking for the score. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? New Mexico State is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wants to start this drive with a pass, using the quick game. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10.
That's a first down for the offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Tackle on the play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Hand off from the shotgun. Gets away from one, finds room. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
UConn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Let's go! Let's go!
Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Big fella moving. Give him 6. Touchdown, Huskies.
Number 8.
A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hood. Going for the big play. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Bringing the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move.
The return is tackled down at the 42, and the UConn offense lets it go.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. UConn will have to punt it away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Might be calling a hot route. Turns it loose. Finds his man open. There he goes. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Looking downfield on first down. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, it's Hood. Pocket breaking down. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that. Going for it all. Touchdown LSU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And the Huskies couldn't have asked for better field position as they get a chance to strike here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. This should be the last play of the quarter. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds his big tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. From the gun. Give on the inside. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll give it to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Dropping back, it's Hood. Looking left. Nobody around as he makes the catch. He's loose at the 20. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The UConn offense goes back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. UConn will have to punt it away. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to...
Gonna let it fly. Pulls it in on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And this is the part of the game where you can really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Handoff from the gun. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. UConn will have to punt it away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Never a doubt. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by just 4 to Charlotte. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country. It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
UConn will have to punt it away. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. And the returner will be brought down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. Absolutely center cut. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out. Look,
hauls it in down the sideline. Hits the accelerator to the right. Past the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to take a shot. Brings it in down the left side. Running free. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.